Okay, so NF is back with a new track called Motto. Now, I don't know if it's anything like the last track, which was Hope. That track was absolutely insane. That was a punch in the gut. I don't think I've ever listened to anything by NF that has had that much of an effect on me. But yeah, anyway, that track is that track, and it's going to be part of one of what I can imagine is going to be one of the most insane albums that is going to come out. I mean, it is NF, so it's going to be incredible. So Motto, I'm being told that this is completely different. Please do excuse my voice. I've just got a bit of laryngitis. And people are saying this is a completely different track, man. This is not what you're used to. I mean, I think this is probably going down the vein that he's going through with the whole white and the whole purity and the whole that he's sort of found himself and things like that. So yeah, very interested, man. Let's see what we've got over here. NF, Motto, let's go.
I could write a record full of radio songs, do a bunch of features that my label would love, do a bunch of features that I don't even like, just to build up the hype. Yeah, I could sell my house and move out to LA, get inside of rooms with the biggest of names, hire 50 people just to give me advice on the way I should write. Oh God, yeah, sounds like a nightmare if you ask me. Yeah, went from my bedroom to the big leagues. You know how many times that I was told things wouldn't work but worked out. Having cold feet didn't keep me from success but delayed it some. I used to be the guy who killed to get it number one. I had to hear that song's a hit before I thought it was, but nowadays I don't really give a what? Oh God, might catch me at the award show. Eating popcorn in the back row.
Yo, goosebumps straight off the bat, bro. Because see, this is quite completely different. He's kind of steered away from the big orchestral pieces, the, you know, Hans Zimmerish type feel, which I absolutely love. But he's gone more with like a boom bap rap on this particular one, which I think is awesome. I like the fact that he's changing it up. I like the fact that it's more light, it's more uplifting, it's more bouncy, which is very cool. I love the way he came in on this track with regards to like the beat up car that comes and he literally knocks over the VIP drop off. And it's like, fuck the VIP drop off. I don't care for the VIP drop off. And he's like, I can get caught up in all of this. I can get caught up in the fame and the glitz and the glamour. And I can move to LA. And I can actually fit into that mold of fakery. I can fit into that mold of the industry where you've got to be clones of each other in order to show that you're successful, in order to show that you're bigger and greater and better than everybody else. You know, where you're standing on your soapbox and looking down, or standing on your ivory tower and looking down at everybody. But what they don't realize is that you standing on your ivory tower, but you're all standing on your ivory tower. So what happened is you've taken a whole industry and lifted it to this level. And yes, you're all on your ivory towers, but take a look at it. You're just clones just standing high up, right? So are you really better than the people who are down to earth? Not really. You're just painting this picture that's greater of yourself, right? What I like about it, where, you know, he's climbing up the stairs over there and he starts saying where, you know, the fact that he wanted to be that kind of delayed it some because he didn't really know where he was, right? So he was playing with a lot of demons in his head, and he thought, in order for me to get this number one, in order for me to join this red carpet, right, I have to be a version of myself that is not really who I am. I got to be a version of myself because I need to fit a mold of the industry, just like everybody else has fitted the mold. And I decided to break out of that, hence the white, hence the attire, hence the fact that he's broken out of that mental shackles that he had. And when he gets to the top of the stairs, where he says, what I like about that, it's actually a really little switch up, a really clever little switch up where you don't really realize it if you're not paying attention, is as he gets up to the stairs saying, I've changed all of it. I don't want any of this anymore, right? So it's a completely brand new me. I don't give a, and you think that he's going to swear, he's going to cuss, like, I don't give a fuck. And he's like, I don't give a what. And he's like, the most important values of mine still don't change. Even though I'm changing, I'm being I'm completely reshuffling my life, right? The most important, my morals, my values, my ethics, right? I carry that with me all of the time. So it's a new me, but I keep my values. And that's why he still didn't swear, which I thought was actually really, really cool. And then he waited to the red carpet. So let's see where we go.
Catching Z's with my hat low. No nominations, but it's cool though. Oh God, you might see me in the same clothes I had on last week in my shame note. Yeah, hey. You heard this saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my motto.
Hey,
yeah. I miss buying CDs at the store and thumbing through the cases trying to make a choice.
Hey,
That don't make no sense to you, well of course. See, one man's inconvenience is another's joy. Wow, wow, how are you unemployed? Telling me to get a life, you should look at yours. Yup, congratulations, you can raise your voice. Hope you break both of your legs falling off your horse. Oh, snap, this is the industry.
that's so cool. So cool. I love the way he's super animated. So like NF is more, he's not just an artist, he's more like a dramatic piece. He's like a drama piece. He's far more theatrical. I kind of feel that a lot of what he does can be put on like Broadway, and it really can be sold that way. What I love about it is he runs the red carpet, and obviously it's about like, the paparazzi taking all the pictures by the stanchions, right? And all the people, again, like everybody doing the same thing, all posing, all dressed for the attire. Now on the back, on the brand wall, where you would see the normal brands, Louis Vuittons, Gucci's, Prada's, Harley Davidson, whatever, all the big brands, what you usually see at these award shows, he's actually got like a record Happy, and he's got the word hope. Hope obviously being his track, right, which is fantastic. And then it's actually quite interesting that I saw Happy over there, because I think when I saw the track list of his NF album, one of the songs was Happy. But I think what he's trying to play with in terms of the Happy on that particular emblem, on that particular trophy, essentially, is the idea of happiness being something that's sort of like tangible, something that you have to acquire. In order to be happy, you've got to go out and acquire a trophy to be happy. Like you can't just be happy. And I don't know if he's going to play into this when Happy, the song Happy comes out. I'm almost, knowing NF, I almost feel like he's going to play into that, where happiness is something that you just are, something that you just be. Happiness is not something that you can go and acquire through materialistic gain or through awards or through anything. Happiness is being content with who you are within yourself. Happiness is having a level of responsibility in your life and level of purpose in your life. You just attain happiness through that. It's not, you don't be like, I'm going to be happier if I got an award. I'm going to be happier if I've got a mansion. I'm going to be happier if I've got a sports car. I'm going to be happier if I've got more money. If you're not happy without it, you will not be happy with it. Happy is something that you acquire by being happy. And how do you be happy? You be happy through responsibility. You be happy through dedication, responsibility, through purpose. That's how happiness is acquired. It's having a sense of purpose, a sense of hope, which is quite interesting because it ties that in your life, in the sense that, you know, there's things that are much greater than all of the decadences that are out there. Community is greater. Passing a message on is greater. Actually changing someone's life through your words is greater, right? Happiness is by giving, you receive. And by receiving, because you gave, your happiness is acquired. And a lot of that comes through responsibility. A lot of that comes through dedication. A lot of that comes through actual purpose, right? It doesn't come from just letting the rails loose and completely taking away the rails of your life and being like, oh, I'm just going to be happy being in this abyss. Happiness comes with rules, and within those rules, within those guidelines, is where you sort of path your way to happiness. The moment you take those guardrails off, right, and you just go into the ether, trying to be anything like a butterfly, your happiness will never be achieved. Happiness comes with a real, true focus. And I think that's what he's trying to get there. Anyway, let's I've rambled on there. Let's go.
Snap! This is the industry where it ain't how big you are, it's how big you seem.
Sorry, I apologize. I just wanted to say when he actually, the one thing that he did say over there, which I thought was actually brilliant, was when he said, like, okay, he likes to go and buy the records. He likes to thumb through the CDs and he buys the records. I personally, in the modern day, I'd prefer to just have it on my phone. But there is sort of like a nostalgic element to that, which I think is still awesome, right? And he really loves that. He loves the days where, you know, it was something that was tangible. He could go. He was happy to take the time to do that. But then he says, like, it's kind of like one man's poison is another man's meal. essentially. And that's what he's saying. It's like, we all have different likes. So it's fine. It makes no sense to you, but it's something that I like. And whatever, sometimes something that you like won't make any sense to me. That's just how we are. We're human beings in that way. And then he says, but you can judge me as much as you like, right? You can stand there. Everyone's got a voice. Today, everyone's got a voice. Everyone's got a voice, right? Just like Chris Rock said, the one thing that we are the most addicted to in this world is attention. Attention is the most, it is the most addictive drug on planet Earth, right? And with that attention comes your opinion. You got to push your opinion onto people and be like, no, well, this is my opinion, right? And I know better than you, because everybody knows better than you. The comment section is just a thesis of brilliance, right? So that's what he's trying to say. And he says, well, because you've got this loud mouth, that's crap. I hope you break both your legs coming off that horse. And then, because you're sitting on your high horse, perched high up, thinking that you're greater than everybody else, but I'm achieving more than you are, right? And then he says, oh, snap, which alludes to the breaking of the legs, falling off the high horse, which I think is actually quite clever. Okay, carry on.
It's how big you seem, where people sacrifice the art trying to chase a dream, and they wonder why they music's lacking off your horse. Oh snap, this is the industry, where it ain't how big you are, it's how big you seem, where people sacrifice the art trying to chase a dream, and they wonder why they music's lacking creativity. Oh yeah, would've gave anything to be respected by the artists I was listening to, but not no more, them days of history. Skip the red carpet, you looking for me. Oh
hey.
God, yeah, you might catch me at the award show, eating popcorn in the back row, catching Z's with my hat low. No nominations, but it's cool though.
That was quite brilliant. Actually, he was saying catching Z. You might catch me at the awards shows, catching Z's in the back row, and he just so happened to be sitting in row Z, right? And almost kind of like alluding to, it's cool. I'm happy to sit right at the back. I'm not important enough to sit at the front, right? So I'm happy to just sit all the way at the back, catching Z's, so like sleeping, right? But he was actually sitting in row Z. That's actually quite clever.
Catching Z's with my hat low. No nominations, but it's cool though. Oh God, you might see me in the same clothes I had on last week in my shame note. Yeah, you heard this saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my motto. Got my feet propped up, leave my shirts untucked. I'm the boss, so what?
Hey,
I do what I want. Oh God. You got the trophy, that's great. I'm happy for you, no hate. Still got a smile on my face, chilling in the back like, hey, oh God. Yeah, you might catch me at the award show, eating popcorn in the back row, catching Z's with my hat low.
I love the way he's doing this, because even where he's talking about, you'll catch me with my shirts out, because that's just his style. I'm going to just be me, right? I'm not going to go and play into this whole clone, into the sausage factory industry game where you guys, firstly, when you go out and do all of your art, right, you all mimic each other and dilute everything down to make a hit that lasts a week and then dies in history, when nobody will ever remember it. And what I like about that is, he's playing into, like, you think that you're different by going out and putting that, but you sell your souls to try and be different. What you don't realize is that difference is sold to you. These record companies and these labels come to you and it's like, you are different. You've got your own style, you've got your own niche, you've got your own stick. But we need you to follow the script the moment you sign this contract, right? We need what sells. We need what we put out there, even though it's one-dimensional garbage, even though it's has no substance. We need to sell numbers, right? Don't forget, this is a sausage factory. The more sausages we sell, the more money we make, right? And in order for us to make more money, in order for us to make more sausages, we can't have difference, because we don't have that many production lines to make different sausages, right? Sausages are sausages and they all look the same, and it's a recipe that works. Don't fix what's broke. So it's kind of like a double play on the thing. Is like, my recipe is not broken, so why must I change my recipe, right? But it's also the way the industry sees it, where it's like, the recipe is not broken. this game, I'm actually just looking at it from that there. Now, it's actually fucking clever the way he's done that. Where he's like, I've got my own recipe that's not broken, so why must I fix it? But the industry's got that exact same recipe, but they're doing it from a different angle, saying, this makes money, right? Don't fix it if it ain't broke. It makes money, but that's the whole idea. The whole idea is it makes money. You sell the glitz and glamour, you hook in the artist, you get them to follow a script, and then afterwards, you put them in the formal attire and give them fucking Grammy. And what he's doing is he's flipping that on his head, saying, my informality is the most fucking formal, right? And your formality at these shows, right? And why he's saying my informality is the most fucking formal is because this is a creative industry. I'm not here to be like you. All of you should be looking different, right? Chasing after your little gold trophy, chasing after something that you think will bring you happiness because it's just shining and glittering, right? So he's kind of flipping the script in terms of saying like, my informality makes me the most formal in this fucking game, and your formality makes you the most clonish, right? It makes you literally carbon copies of each other, right? It's so clever the way he's actually done that, and he's used sort of the basis of the Grammy Awards to do it. Brilliant. Let's go.
Catching Z's with my hat low. No nominations, but it's cool though. Oh God, you might see me in the same clothes I had on last week. Am I ashamed? No. Yeah, you heard this saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my motto.
Hey, job. Hey, let's go, bro. Hey, the one NF fan that follows him everywhere, wearing the long shirts. Nice, I like that. It's almost like he kind of stunned himself. I think he got shocked, right? And it's so clever. Oh my god, sorry, my voice is actually breaking over here. It's so clever. I think this kid, if I'm not mistaken, was in man, when I was young. No, it wasn't when I was young. Oh, when I grew up. Sorry, fuck, I'm completely messing up my thing. There were actually two kids, right? They were in the basement, and he bounces around, and then he transitions into the concert hall vibe, right? And then these were the two guys that came. It's like, even though there's two of you, I really appreciate the fact that there's two of you here, right? And then these were like the die-hard fans, right? So even though like he's like grown much bigger since then, and it's kind of like, you know, when you grow bigger and you grow high, you go to greater heights, you know, you kind of tend to lose you tend to lose sight of the smaller things, the people who really made you big, the people who were there from the beginning. You know, they start to look like ants because, you know, your playing field's just getting so much bigger. And as you rising, things just start getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And you stop looking at the world through a reality lens, in terms of like through a human lens, right? That it was the small guy that made you big, right? And even then, it's like he comes out of the red carpet saying, this red carpet ain't for me, right? You'll never catch me on this red carpet. And then he turns around and he sees like his first fan. And his first fan kind of affirms the fact that he should be at the red carpet. Like, his first fan was like, bro, I was there when you were in the basement. Sorry. I was there when you were in the basement, and I'm fucking here when you're in the red carpet. I never forgot you. And he was like, NF's facial expression was almost like, shit. It's like, fuck, I know you, but I feel like I almost forgot you. Like, you could see it in his face. And it's like, shit, you were the guy that was there right in the beginning. And like, you came all this way with me? You know what I mean? And that fan is like, sup, bro, I never go, right? I'm the guy that will stick with you. You deserve this red carpet. This moment is for you. And it was kind of like an introspective moment. It was kind of like an awareness moment that you could see it in his face. And I think that might be carried through into something else in his album. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Completely different. But amazing. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. I think my voice is going now. I love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.